Welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, I'm going to talk about all of the foundations I tried during April's 5 days of foundation, as well as March 5 days of foundation, since I did not do a wrap-up video for the March foundations. So I decided to just put them both together in one video and get it out today, right before I start May's 5 days of foundation. So just so you guys know what's on my face, I'll be talking about the foundation in a moment. I did put some of the Smashbox Photo Finish primer on it. And then on my eyes, I have the e.l.f. Mad for Matte Summer Breeze palette. I have on my face the e.l.f. Total Face palette. I just tried this out in yesterday's video. I got it in a beauty box and I'm really enjoying this actually. And then on my eyes, or on my lashes, I have my Benefit Roller Lash, which is my favorite mascara. And on my lips, I have the Stila lipstick in, what is this? The Stay All Day Matte Magnificent lipstick in the color Bonbon. That's what's on my lips. And then I just put a little bit of setting spray on. So let's get in the foundations. I think I'm going to run through March's real quick and just touch on each, and then we'll move into April's. So for March, I did use liquid foundations. I had 2 high-end and 3 drugstore foundations, and I'm going to go through from number 5 up through number 1, and we'll go ahead and get started with my least favorite. My least favorite foundation in March was the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. After trying it a couple of times, I think it was just a little bit too heavy for my skin. I have older skin. I'm 39 years old, which I don't feel is really old, but this just didn't work well with my skin. It was too heavy. It filled in every single line, showed every single line, showed me lines that I didn't even know existed. It didn't matter what primer I used, what powder I used. This was just too full coverage for me and the way I like my foundation. Now, I do have a lot of imperfections in my skin, and that may be causing some of the problems that I'm having. I will continue to try this, see if I can possibly find some way that this works well for me. But so far, the 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times that I tried this, I just could not get it to work, that it didn't sit in my lines. Now, like initial application, it looked okay, but just the longer I wore it, the more it just settled into everything, and I don't like that look. The next one, I actually really liked the finish of this foundation, but there was one thing I just could not get past, and that was the transfer of the foundation on everything. Everything I touched to my face, even like I didn't even mean to touch things on my face, and it transferred everywhere. And one of the claims is that it is a transfer resistant foundation, and it just wasn't for me. So it is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I really liked the finish on this, but I could not figure out a way to get this to stop transferring. And I can't wear a foundation if it's going to transfer, like, just oops, oh, now my finger's covered in foundation. That's what I had with this, and I don't know what I was doing wrong. I honestly couldn't figure out. People love this foundation. They love it. It's their own, like, absolutely ride or die foundation. But for me, it just transfers everywhere. If you guys know how to get this to stop transferring, please let me know in the comment section down below, because I would love to wear this more often because of the finish. I just can't stand the transfer, and I like the color. The shade actually worked really well for me. So I just couldn't get past the transferability of that one. These other 3, the top 3 are drugstore foundations. The 2 high-end foundations in March didn't make the cut for me. So I do like these foundations, and it was really hard to do a 3-2-1 because all 3 of them are really good. But I'm going to say number 3 is the, and this is probably not fair to say this is the number 3. The number 3 for me is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 112. And honestly, the only reason why this is number 3 and not number 2 is the fact that it oxidized so much on me. It really darkened a lot. no matter what I did to it, it really darkened a lot. And it wore well. I liked the way it wore on my skin the more times I wore it. I really enjoyed this foundation, and it would be higher if it didn't oxidize. I can't really blame the foundation so much because a lot of foundations oxidize on me. So maybe if I tried, I think 110. I think they have a 110 shade, which is a little bit lighter, but that might have yellow undertones. I don't know. I'm going to keep trying this. I'm going to keep trying it with maybe some mixers. I only got to try this 2 times in March. If you look back on some of my videos, I was having a lot of colds and just not feeling well during March and April for that matter. So the last 2 months health-wise have been a struggle for me. So I haven't been wearing as much makeup as I would have liked to, but I'm going to definitely keep trying this. And this was just, I think if I can figure out the shade mix that would work best, this is going to be higher on my list. But for now, it's number 3. My number 2 foundation is the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation. I really like the finish of this. I like the way that this sits on my skin. By the end of the day, if you could look back at my tester video, I really enjoyed the way this sat on my skin. So I do enjoy this foundation. Like I said, these top 3 in March, it's very hard to distinguish between them because I like all of them. But this one, I did like the finish. I want to try it more. It was just a good foundation. And it surprised me because I tried the Lift and Illuminate and I really did not like the Lift and Illuminate from number 7. So this Stay Perfect foundation actually worked really well for me. And I'm going to keep working with it. I'm going to keep trying it. So again, these top 3, I like them all. So what I have on my skin right now is my number 1 from March. It is the e.l.f. I think it's the Flawless Finish, something like that. I can't remember. It doesn't have it on the bottle. But this is the e.l.f. in the shaded bottle with the matte black lid. Yeah, this is not quite a full ounce, but I think it was only like $6 or $7. It's what I have on my face right now. In person, it looks a little bit darker than I think the camera picks it up because I wore this recently in one of my unboxing videos as well here in April because I did keep trying since I didn't finish out the March closeout. I did keep trying some of these as time permitted throughout April with still being able to try the April foundations. But I did try this just a day or 2 ago. I think it was with my Lola box unboxing in April that I tried this with. But I do like it. I like the way it looks on my skin. It's not a bad little foundation, especially for the price. And really the price kind of is what threw me over the edge on this being number 1 of the 3. I know, like I'm saying little silly things. Number 3 was because of it oxidizing. This is number 1 because of the price. But like I said, these top 3, the Maybelline Fit Me, the number 7 Stay Perfect, and this e.l.f., I think it's the Flawless Finish. They are all really good, and they're all drugstore. They're varying prices. The e.l.f. is the least expensive. The Maybelline Fit Me, I think, was second, and the number 7, I think, was around $11 or $12. The Fit Me, I think, was like $8 or $9, somewhere in there. So all 3 of these foundations, the e.l.f., the number 7, and the Maybelline Fit Me, I would say if you're interested in any of them, I would not hesitate to pick them up and give them a try, especially if you have a coupon or like a buy one, get one free or something like that. They're all pretty good foundations. All right, moving into my April foundations. So my April foundations were all like cushions or creams and that sort of thing, not liquid foundation. So I was doing a little bit differently in April than I've done for January, February, and March. But I'm going to do the bottom 2. I did use 6 foundations in April as well because I have one that was discontinued. So I'm going to do the bottom 2 and then do my other 4. So my bottom 2, I'm going to say together just because there's specific reasons why these are my bottom 2. It's the RCMA and the Tarte Hybrid Gel Foundation. I like the way this looks on my skin, but I can't rank it any higher because it's no longer available. That's point blank the reason why it's in the last place. I will give the other Shape Tape foundations a try. I haven't picked them up yet. I was planning on picking them up during the 20% off sale, but then I bought a bunch of foundations at Sephora, so I decided to wait until the next time I get a 20% off coupon. Tarte usually sends them out about quarterly. I think you usually get about 4 of those a year. So probably later in the year, you'll see me try out the two Shape Tape foundations, but I did like the way this looked on my skin. I will continue to use it. I just can't rank it higher because of the fact that it's discontinued. And honestly, I can't rank this any higher because I wasn't able to give it a try. I don't know. If you guys know if there's a way to mix a cream foundation with another foundation, like liquids, I know you can just use like a pump here and a pump there and mix it together, and that's not too bad. I don't know how to mix a cream foundation. Would I just get a little bit of this out, squirt some liquid foundation and mix it with like the back of a brush or something? I don't know. I just don't know. So I didn't have any opportunity. Plus, with not feeling real well in April and not filming a lot of videos in April, I did have a challenge with trying some of these foundations. So I did not have an opportunity to try this again. So if you know of a way to mix a cream foundation, please leave that in the comment section down below. Maybe I can mix this with like a stick foundation. Maybe just put a little bit of this on my skin, put some stick foundation over it, and work it together. That just kind of popped in my head. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below if you know of a way that I can mix a cream foundation, because I would love to try this. I've heard these are really good. And I do have stick foundations yet to try, so. All right, my top 4 for April. So my number 4 is the Pure Air Perfection CC Cushion Foundation. This just ended up being a little bit too heavy for my skin, and my biggest complaint with this is the shade range. They only have 4 shades. They only have 4 shades, and this makes me look tan. And I don't know. It's very disappointing. I wish they had more shades, because the overall finish of this wasn't too bad. By the end of the day, it was looking not real good, if I remember. And I did try it a second time. It looks nice going on, just it's not the right shade. So I tried this only twice, the first impression, and then I tried it a second time. And it's just hard to work with because of the fact that it's so dark. And, you know, going back to what I just said about like the Maybelline Fit Me, it's not necessarily the product's fault that it's too dark. I just have pale skin. But they really should expand their shade range, only having 4 shades. And I think their thought process there is that you can kind of make it work. But if I don't have to, why would I? You know what I mean? I don't know. So that's number 4. My number 3 foundation. These 3 were really tough too. Like, I don't know what it was, but I struggled with these foundations, but they were all kind of the same. Like April, I struggled. I struggled with the cushion foundations, and it was a struggle this month. But this one wasn't bad, especially for the price. Number 3 is the Wet n Wild. I think this was only, what, $7 or $8, something like that. And I did like this one. My biggest problem with this was, more so than the other 2, this really settled into my lines. I liked the way it looked. Like, if you go back and watch my first impression video, and since the way I've worn it since, it looks really nice on the skin. But as the day goes on, it does really get into my creases. So that's the only reason why this is number 3. For the price, I might have even put this a little bit higher, but I do like the way the other 2 foundations looked on my skin. So if you're interested in a cushion foundation and you want to give one a try, I would absolutely recommend this. It's only, like I said, $7 or $8. If you can find a coupon or get like a buy one, get one free or something like that, or 30% off or whatever, I would definitely recommend giving this a try. If you are interested in trying out a cushion foundation, I would not hesitate to try this one out. So it was good. It just went a little bit too deep into my lines. So maybe with a better primer or something, or if you have a primer that works for you. I honestly am still trying to figure out a primer that works for me. I mean, I've tried several, and I have like a half a drawer of primers, and maybe it's just that I haven't worn one consistently enough. I don't know. I don't know enough about primers to really say, oh, this one's really great. I have ones that I continuously use, but I don't really know how to judge them, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I should start doing my foundation reviews with like half a face of primer, half a face without primer to see if maybe I can find a primer that works really well for me. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys know how to pick a good primer. I usually go by how they feel, if it makes my skin feel really soft, but I don't know if that's accurate. And honestly, my combo that I've been using recently, the number 50 serum primer from It Cosmetics and the Professional, they're just fine. I like the number 50 serum scent. It smells like oranges. I don't know. All right, so my top 2 for April were the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Compact and the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Cushion Foundation. So this one is the solid serum. This one is a cushion. I'll show them to you real quick. So, whoops. So there they are. You can see that the It Cosmetics one matches my skin tone a lot better, whereas the Physicians Formula is a little bit too dark, a lot too dark. So my number 2 foundation for April is the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Compact. I really like this, and in fact, of all of my foundations, actually for the 4 months that I've been doing foundation reviews, 5 months because I've already filmed the May ones, for the 5 months that I've been doing foundation reviews, this is the only foundation that I've actually gotten a compliment on my skin. This is it. I don't know if people just don't want to comment. I don't know. But when I had this foundation on, I actually had a family member say, "What did you have on your skin last week when I saw you? It looked really nice." So this is the only time I've ever gotten a compliment. So I do like this foundation. I do. And there's very little. I went back and forth on these two, trying to decide if I wanted to choose the Physicians Formula or the Confidence in a Compact. And honestly, it came down to the end of the day, how they looked at the end of the day. I just feel like the Physicians Formula, I'm going to open this one up. The Physicians Formula at the end of the day, the finish looked nicer. And the shade was off. I really wish that they had a better shade range in this. Physicians Formula is horrible with their shade ranges. They never go light, they never go dark. It's just kind of like light medium to maybe a medium, and that's it. They don't have a very good shade range on anything they do. They only just recently came out with additional bronzer shades that were a little bit darker. So their shade range is horrendous. But the finish of this was so nice after hours of wear. And that's the only reason why this is my number 1 and this is my number 2, was because the end of the day, this one had a better wear than this one did. That's it. This one looks really nice on the skin. It really does. But the long-term period in which I wore it, it just couldn't stand up as well as this one. But they both worked really, really well for me. I would only recommend picking this up if you could find it on a sale. I don't know that it's worth the $40-something that they have the price of this, but I do like this, and it's a solid serum. I don't know. I like them both. I would probably, to wear again, pick this one just because the shade matches me over this one. But as far as the finish goes, I feel like at the end of the day, this one was better. So there you go. There are my April foundations. So I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek of what's coming this week in May. I am starting the May foundations on April 30th, just because I didn't want to wait until the second week in May to start my foundation reviews. And I wanted to get them all done in 1 week. So in May, I am doing powder foundations. And if you don't want to know which ones I'm doing, don't watch this part of the video. I'll see you next time. But the powder foundations that I am trying, I have 3 high-end and 2 drugstore foundations. The 3 high-end that I am trying are the Bare Minerals Original. I'm sure you guys have seen this. It's been around for a super long time. It is just the loose powder foundation. And yeah. That one is the only loose powder foundation that I'm trying this month. So the next one I am going to be giving a try is the Laura Geller Baked and Brighten Foundation. Here it is right here. Laura Geller has all of her baked products, and I do give this one a try. The last high-end one that I'm giving a try is the It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation. This is not the illumination version. It is in the black compact, whereas the illumination one is in the white compact. So that is also a powder foundation that I'm giving a try during May. And then the two drugstore foundations that I'm trying are the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. This looks like this. Okay, and the final powder foundation that I'm giving a try in May is the Pixie by Petra. This is the color correcting powder foundation. Just show you that one. There it is. So that's what you're going to be seeing this week, not necessarily in that order. I think I go high-end drugstore, high-end drugstore. So you'll be seeing those videos this week. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What did you think of my ranking of these foundations? Are they different in your opinion? And you know, give me your reasons too, because like I said, some of the way I ranked this was because of the price, because of the fact that it oxidized, because of the shade range. You know, I struggled with ranking these months, these March and April foundations, because of the fact that either they were just all like my April foundations were just kind of like, they're okay, you know, they're not bad, they're okay. Or the March ones, which I had 2 that really were stinkers and 3 that were really pretty good, but they were all kind of good in different ways, you know, and I have to rank them. So, and I threw around the idea of having just a tie, but I didn't think that was fair. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of my rankings. I would love to hear your comments. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit the red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. I am doing 5 days of foundation the entire year of 2018, potentially longer if you guys like this series. And I also do unboxings. I do get readies with me. I do all sorts of different stuff, haul videos. So yeah, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. I do appreciate it. I do give giveaways. I do giveaways. Right now I'm doing them every 100 subscribers. So I would love to have you around to be here when I have my next giveaway. So anyhow, also hit that like button if you did like this video. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.